Everyone, welcome to my channel again. Today, I will present you some of the findings I have got from the experiments with a large language model, and to show you some of the interesting findings. This is basically to introduce you different portals where you can use LLM, free, open source, and you can experiment on anything you want. And today I'm going to show you one of the particular finding about summarize URL without accessing to the internet. So basically, let's start from the interface. So at this moment, I found that Hugging Chat is an interesting platform where you can chat with different LLM models. I think most of them are open source, so you can choose and chat directly in Hugging Chat. The second portal is this chatbot arena. You can see there are different models. You can have a direct chat, you can have a battle without knowing which model you are using, and you are going to give it some comments, a sum up or sum down. And also there is a leaderboard to show you the different model comparison by the users. Then there is a llama2.ai, this website. Actually, the name may be a bit old now, because now you can choose a Llama 370B model, like what I did here. And also here in a Gemini, I think everybody knows about it. Is the product of Google, and also the ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT is still a very valid source for you to use LLM, although it's not open source like Google Gemini. And then there is a local application. Actually, the local application, I want to add some information for you to reference, because I tried to actually use the LLM locally. I tried a different method to use more sophisticated, like downloading the model and to implement the model locally. However, because I think there's some limitation about my PC, so now I just found this desktop application. It's called LM Studio, where in the front page you can see lots of model, where you can search for a particular model and download this model. Then you can run it locally. Just a rule of thumb, I think models over 5 gigabytes, because I mean you need to check the complexity of the model, how many parameters it has, and also to search. I mean, on the internet, you can also understand the bigger the model, the slower you can run it locally. So after some testing, I decided now I only use these models. As you can see here, I have Llama 7B for with different versions, and also the stable LM and Gemma. So today I'm going to show you the results generated by the last model. Is a Meta Llama 3 instruct. Yeah. So when you choose it, it will load the model, and you can run it locally. So basically, the first part, just a wrap up. You can use different portals to try the LLM, some open source, some not open source. You can use the traditional, like well-known GPT, ChatGPT, or Gemini, or you can use Llama2.ai, Chatbot Arena, Hugging Face, and also the local application to choose different models. The good thing about the different chatbots online is that you do not need to download anything. You just use it. That's it. And most of them have this chat history recording, so you do not lose your historical records. And for the local application, the advantage is to actually use it even without the internet. Okay, so now let's dive into the simple example today I want to show you. So if you are interested in this economic paper, economic bulletin published by European Central Bank, yeah, you might want to summarize, for example, this very long document. Okay, it has many information about the economy, projections, and so on. So before I use the LLM, like now, very intensively, I already noticed that there are some AI tools like Wise One, where you can summarize. You can see here to summarize or cross-reference some of the content is very useful. Yeah, but it sometimes at a different level of the usage of the tool, you need to pay. Yeah, it's very convenient. I mean, when you look at the URL, you look at the content, you know which part you want to dive in to summarize. Okay, it's useful. But now today, I want to try the LLM, see how they can interpret only the URL. I mean, the URL here are just a string of text, so it's very simple, and you can find some of the tokens. I mean, if you separate it to some tokens, you can see ECB, Europa, EU. Some of them have the meaning, but if you are going to say EB or 202, okay, they do not have a very detailed meaning. Okay, so as we can see, when we chat with the different chatbots, let's see what they can give us. So basically, for every chatbot, I'm going to say summarize. I'm deselecting the search web. Summarize this URL. Okay, it is generating result. Let's wait. Let's do it simultaneously. Also this one. Okay, for the arena, now I choose Llama 370B and Mistral 822B, these two models. And in the Llama 3, I use Llama 370B. Okay, they are generating. Okay, also here, also this GPT-4. Yeah, and also in my local machine, I'm going to use this one, Llama 3 Instruct 7B. Okay, they are working now. So let's see. First of all, my expectation is that when the LLM model runs through this string of URL, it will get the most relevant information from its let's say its training model, trained model. Okay, so without accessing the internet, let's see if the results are accurate. So basically, let's see here. I mean, at this moment, I think the Llama model, Llama 3, output the results very in a very structured way. As you can see, there are sections very clear, right? Some other models, sometimes you do not find it so structured. Okay, let's just see here. It says, okay, let's put it here so we can check it. Okay, so let's just say, okay, let's find some point to refer to. For example, like 1.5, the GDP growth is projected to be around 1.5 in 2024. It is referred to Euro area economy. Okay, let's see if it is right. Okay, we can see here, staff expect economic to pick up and grow at 1.5 in 2025. So let's see what is the GDP growth rate of 2024. Let's see if we can find it. I think this one is the projected GDP. Okay, growth projection to 0.6. So it can derive some of the information from the model itself. However, this approximation is not so close. Okay, so but you see, it's not very. I would say it's not drastically different, because if you are going to see 1.5 and 0.6, just by looking at this, there are not much difference. Okay, but we can say it's biased without referencing to the online resources. Okay, let's check this one. 1.3 is inflation. 1.3, let's check. 1.3. Okay. No, inflation, we do not have such data. So let's just say, just by checking this, okay, it is actually hallucinating based on its trained history. It gave us such a result. But let's say there are some of the risks, like geopolitical tensions. Yeah, I would say if European Central Bank has published several issues of the economic bulletin, and all of these issues are inside of the training data of this model, it can refer actually to the past data and give an estimation. For example, like these texts are relevant, although they are not 100% accurate. We can see here. Okay, let's see China. Yeah. Consumer spending remains subtle against the backdrop of a weak real estate market. Yeah, it makes sense. So let's just say, from the point of view of the text, the approximation is kind of acceptable. But regarding the detailed number, statistical information, we need to be careful, because it cannot be very accurate. Okay, so the rest of the information you can try to check, but I think I would give it 60 points to this result. It's not perfect, but it's not 100% not useful. So if you change to another way, if you wanted to summarize this text, it will be I think much easier for this model to work on these tokens, fixed tokens, very easily. If it works on the URL, it may hallucinate and provide some inaccurate information. So let's see here. Yeah, in the chatbot arena, I tried two models: Llama 370B Instruct and also Mistral 822B. So here we can see like the information here. Let's see. Okay, Mistral actually only gives an outline. I mean, there's no data. There's no numerical data inside of it. And it says discuss the impact of COVID-19. I think COVID-19 is already a very, very old incident to humanity. But let's see. Okay. It still mentioned COVID-19. Yeah, so it's not so bad to refer to this event. And we can see blah, blah, blah. There are some information here. In general, it's not what we want. We want more structured output. And here we see Llama is very structured. Okay, and let's check this one. Inflation has decreased but remains above target rate of 2%. Let's try to check the inflation. Okay, let's see here. Sorry. Staff now project the inflation to average 2.3% in 2024. Yeah, this statement is not bad, I say, but it does not mention a year. So which year is it talking about, right? But you can see here, it says the GDP growth moderating, but remain positive in fourth quarter of 2023. I say fourth. Okay, GDP is 0.3 in the fourth quarter, down from 1.0. Yeah, it's acceptable. So the same um, the same idea like before. If it talks about range, like these two, there no it does not say now the data is exactly 2% of the inflation. It actually says the target of the ECB. So the target of ECB does not change for a rather long time spectrum. So it is acceptable, this result. But if you are going to look at some also here the other information like the general trend of the economy, it is correct. Okay. So and here let's see ECB asset purchase program. Let's check the APP. Okay, 2-week asset purchase program, 2.6 trillion. Let's check. 2.6 trillion. No, we do not have such data. So it might refer to other sources. Okay, let's check also the GDP growth 1.1. Yeah, it's not the exact growth projection. Okay. So, like I said, if the response is more about the range, the trend, some of the description, it does not divert from reality. For example, like the case here, the ECB does not change their comment about economic trend very frequently. So at this moment, these models, I would say, still 60% the score. Let's check this one. This is a online version chatbot of Llama 370B. Yeah, inflation, you see the comment is more or less the same. Let's see here. It gets smart to say around 1%. Okay, so approximation does not make the results worse. Okay, because if it is in the right range, you can actually trust its reliability. It's reliable. So 3.5. Let's say refinancing rate is 3.5. No, it does not mention this part. But you see here, the real, like the Llama model, I really like the output. It's very structured. This is kind of different from the other models. Okay, so yeah, let's give it a pass and let's see here. Okay, let's say Gemini. My interpretation of this response, of course, without accessing the website, it does not give me the approximation result. From a good point of view, from a positive point of view, it is actually letting us know that it cannot generate approximation for this exact URL. Okay, this is showing their responsibility. They are, I think, they are good at it. Okay, to have some security policy, to not interpret something which only based on the model itself. Okay, so but if you really want to get some how can I say, to want to see more output, of course, this model is not an ideal choice. But of course, if you can copy paste the text, let it summarize, of course, you can try. But like I said, from the textual information, if our source token are all the same, the result does not make much change. Yeah, but we can try it later. So for ChatGPT 4, the result is the same. So it gives a very short summary, and I think these information, for example, it actually says which is this issue, because based on the previous training data, it can actually interpret this point and ensure inflation to remain at 2% median target. Yeah, it makes sense because this is ECB's commitment, like for the past period and for now. So let's see what GPT says about interpreting the URL. Actually, I already checked it before. So it says it recognizes it through a structured way, structure recognition, and domain knowledge. Yeah. So, and also the purpose of explanation. Yeah. And last one, safety and security tips. Okay. It only says to be careful about the link. Okay. So, uh, actually, in another time, I tried to ask GPT-4 what's his view of this interpretation of URL only. So it actually said it is the models are running it as a text message, identify the pattern, and go through the model itself. Okay, so in the end, I just showed you the test of the interpreting URL. I wish this will be useful for you. So quick wrap up. So it is not recommended to use it without accessing the internet to do a search. And we need to be careful about the interpreted result from only the URL. So it can be misleading. Okay, although I'd say 60% of the content you can utilize, but always be careful. Okay, so today I shared with you some of the amazing chatbot platform, either online or in local environment, and also a small test about interpreting URL. I wish you like it and I wish you find it useful. See you next time. Bye bye.